Welcome back to another episode of Roommates. So, let's jump right back in. We are going to let the professor go. I don't know if Max really betrayed me or not, but I'm not going to be the lowlife in this scenario. No, I think I'll just take the test normally, Professor. Professor Task sighs and shakes his head. Oh, fine. Just give me more work to do. I suppose you think I've got nothing better to do than read your answers on a test, then, Oh, whatever. I suppose you've got your ethics to stand behind. Well, I hope your partner didn't betray you, or you'll be in for quite the shock, and possibly my class again next quarter. The professor claps a hand on my shoulder as he looks me in the eye. Well, either way, you've played the game well, and for that you have my thanks. This will be a fascinating chapter of the book I write someday. He gives me a thumbs up and then walks briskly away into the nearby building. As I turn to go, out of the corner of my eye, I could catch a back that looks suspiciously like it belongs to Max. I really hope they don't think I was meeting the professor to betray them. Well, nothing for it now. I'll just have to see how it turns out on Friday. I return to my previous seat and open my book back up. All right, so gosh. It happened so fast. Okay, well, we don't want to do anything here. It's only Tuesday. Wait, you want me to do what? Please, Anne. Sally was all worked up about this thing today, and I'm worried the scene might get ugly. I'm already stuck here fielding calls from the housing authority about student involvement. Apparently, Sally went down to the science building earlier to join a bunch of other students in protesting. What exactly are they protesting? I don't know. I'm paid to keep you people from burning the house down, not to watch your every movement. Sorry, Anne, it's been a rough week. Can you please go check up on her for me? I'm supposed to have a meeting with my advisor this afternoon. Skip it. Sorry, Dominic, but my advisor is booked up for 4 weeks solid. I have to take this appointment. Fine, I understand. Maybe I'll see if Rakesh will go. He's probably bumming around here somewhere. If it's still going on when you get back, try to take a look, okay? I'll try. A few hours later, the area in front of the science building has been cleared out. Whatever it was, it looks like they cleared out, probably in a hurry, too. I can see signs lying on the ground trampled on. I hope nobody got hurt. When I get back home, Sally is watching TV, pouting, and refusing to talk about what happened. Okay, well, that's fine. Wednesday, Thursday. I've got finals all week, and yet I still feel like I have a ton more studying to do. Everyone in Latin House is hard at work, trying to get their last study sessions in. Isabella has been locked up in her room since dawn. Sally's barely been outside to walk her dog. Even Rakesh is... As I look into Rakesh's room, I'm actually not sure what Rakesh is doing. He appears to be doing a kind of headstand on his books. Rakesh? I think you get less money from the student bookstore if you ruin the book. Unfortunately, I think I startled Rakesh as he crashes to the ground. I briefly consider running before he recognizes me. Yep, we're gonna skip. And the more I consider it, the more that seemed like a good idea. Who's that? I don't say anything and just start to slink off. What he doesn't know can't hurt him. Must have been the wind. I breathe a silent sigh of relief and head to my room for some studying. Okay, here we go. Professor Task's final is grueling. I swear he's never even hinted at half of these concepts before. I try to peek at my study partner to see if they're breezing through this, but Max's head is bent down just like everyone else. There's nothing else for it. I'm just going to have to finish this test out and find out what happens. Yup, we're gonna play the event. Once my test is complete, I walk down to the professor's desks. I tried to sneak a peek at Max to see if they're having an easy time or not, but it's impossible to tell. Ah, finished, Anne. Hang around a few moments. We'll discuss the results of our little extra credit experiment. I nod with a bit of apprehension. I'm not really sure I want to know what happened, but I suppose it's all part of the experiment. I return to my desk and busy myself for the remainder of the test time, watching as everyone else slowly hands in their tests. Finally, the only ones left in the room are myself and the others in the extra credit group. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Time to find out which one of you will be failing and which will be getting C's. Max looks over at me, raising an eyebrow. I shrug and just look back at the professor. Okay, let's start running through this stuff, shall we? Let's see. Marvin, you fail. Looks like Tara came to me pretty quickly. What? This is crap! Suck it up, sunshine. You knew the rules. I watch Marvin run out of the class looking like he spit nails. Okay, who else have we got? All right, Roxanne. Yes, Professor. Congratulations on your B. I'm surprised you managed to convince Jared to study. Roxanne looks fairly pleased with herself. I guess a B is better than failing. Finally, Professor Task looks at me. Looks like you kept the faith, Max. Such loyalty brings a tear to me, jaded and uncaring heart. Wait, no, that's heartburn. Anyway, you both took things normally, so I guess I'll actually have to grade your tests. I'll get back to you on your grades, but I assume they'll be fine. That test was brutal. I wouldn't exactly get your hopes up for a good grade just yet. Max grins at me and I can't help but smile back. I don't care if my GPA dips a little. I'm just glad we worked together to overcome this. I'm so happy we did it and didn't give in to temptation. Just a little though, huh? Don't push your luck, mister. I think that's the lot of you here. We'll deal with any other stragglers later. I slump down in my desk, mostly just glad that the tension is over, when Professor Task's cell phone suddenly breaks the silence. Yes? Well, yes, I put them in a prisoner's dilemma. Well, I'm a sociology professor. Of course it's relevant. Well, how was I supposed to know his father was a donor? What's going on? Professor Task is frowning something fierce. Someone's clearly reading him the riot act. What? Hell no, I've got tenure. He can go to hell. The grades are staying. I didn't get where I am grading papers, and I'm not about to start. Fine, yes, I can make it up to the students somehow. How about... But that's my... I was going to... Oh, fine. Professor Task looks fit to be tied as he puts his cell phone away. So apparently Marvin is a little crybaby and went whining to the dean. 30 minutes later, Max and I are standing in front of the stunned members of Latin House. Seriously? Yeah, apparently the dean tore into him something fierce. So as to make up for putting us all through that, we all get to use Professor Task's beach house for the spring break. We have to pay our own way, and it's only the space. We're getting no amenities, but it's on a private beach, so we'll have the place to ourselves. Oh man, this is going to be so sweet. I'm gonna get packing. I hope I have a good swimsuit. Aw. Can I bring Vegemite? I don't think so. Sorry. It's okay. I'll get my friend Jovia to watch him. Woo! Spring break! I watch everyone gather excitedly and go off to start packing. Hopefully this will help us forget the ugliness that just happened and we can all have a great time. Aw, that was really sweet. Okay, week 16. Spring break. Okay, just click start. Whew. Everyone's packing their stuff. Nobody can stop to talk about our trip to the beach house. I'm a little worried that we still have to pay our own way, but I think I've got enough squirreled away. Thankfully, Max's van is big enough to carry all of us down there, so we all have to chip in for gas. It's cheaper than a taxi, though. You almost ready? Almost, just a couple more things. Hey, what do you think of this swimsuit? Isabella holds up a skimpy two-piece against her shirt. Oh, Isabella, that looks really good on you. I bet you'll turn every head on the beach. You know it, girl. If I don't get at least one guy to walk into a pool out there, this thing is a failure. Anyway, hurry up. We're all itching to get going. Seriously, you ripped that one on purpose. Gah, those last 3 miles were hell. You're full of it. Quit trying to blame it on me. Come on, guys, we're here. It doesn't matter anymore. Our lungs will probably grow back. It's fine. Ha! It was a long 15-hour trip. Holy crap. But we finally made it. The beach house sits before us, and the ocean sits just on the other side of it. It's pretty late. What do we want to do? Let's get settled into the house first. I want to see what the room situation is like. So, are we really the only ones here all week? Yeah, unfortunately, Roxanne and the others had to bow out. They couldn't afford their own transportation. I'd feel bad, but this place doesn't really look big enough for all of us anyway. Max is right. Oh, whoops. Maybe that was Max talking. I wasn't paying attention. Max is right. The house looks pretty cozy. Once we've got the door open and the place scouted, it looks like there are only 3 bedrooms. Each has a king-size bed in it, but still. Well, I suppose we could split off into pairs. Maybe someone can use the couch out here. Actually, let's use 2 of the rooms for 3 people. We can go girls and boys. What? Why wouldn't we use all the rooms? Max and Isabella seem to share a quick glance. I'm not sure why she wouldn't want to use all the rooms either, but those 2 seem to have a plan. Because, numbnuts, we've already got a perfectly good split here. Why mess up all the rooms? Because it's ours for the week? That means we would have to be rude? No, it's much better if we leave one of the rooms empty, where we know that none of the others will be in it. Where everyone knows that we shouldn't go into that room, especially without knocking. Dominic looks between Max and Isabella as some kind of realization dawns on his face. I'm just saying, it's a long week, lots of folks about. Come on, douche-nick, catch the hint already. Yeah, I get it. You 2 are gross, but whatever, fine. Isabella and Max high-five as everyone else starts putting stuff into one of the rooms. Everyone splits up across male or female, setting their stuff down and making their sleeping arrangements. Okay, ladies, let's get set up. How are we for the bed situation? What do you think, gals? Hey, I'm okay with a little snuggling. What do you say, Anne? I don't know if that's, I can't believe I've been here 3 minutes and Isabella's already making me blush. Yes, you'll hump anything that moves. But if anyone's going to be groping me, I'd like them to have the pecker to back it up, thanks. What? That's incredibly insulting. You think I can't get a strap-on short notice? Pff, don't underestimate me. You're so gross, Isabella. How do you expect me to be when I've got you 2 beautiful specimens rooming with me? Tell me you at least brought some nice revealing swimsuits. Laughing, we each take our bathing suits out of our luggage. Isabella inspects them while nodding her approval. Anyway, let's take turns with the bed. I brought a sleeping bag just in case, so I could take the first floor shift. Oh, that's awfully generous of you. Yeah, well, I'm told I'm a bed hog, so I guess I was just expecting to get kicked out at some point. We all have a good laugh over that. All right, let me go get some more blankets from the linen closet, and we'll see if we can't set up a 3rd space here. As Sally leaves, Isabella turns towards me with a wicked grin on her face. Well, I'm a free lady now, Anne. If you're going to make your move, now's your chance. Um, oh gosh. I don't know. Uh, you always tease me. Not that I don't like it. Isabella smiles at me and reaches out a hand to tussle my hair. Don't you worry, hon. We'll have a great time this week for sure. I'm looking forward to it. We both grin at each other and the thought of the week to come. Oh my. Okay, I think this'll do us. Come on, girls. What say we turn in? Tomorrow's probably going to be just as long, if for different reasons. Speaking of just as long. Oh my God, Isabella! It's probably another few hours before we drift off to sleep. Wednesday. Oh gosh, look at that bikini. Come on, everybody. That beach isn't gonna lie all over itself. First one there gets to rub the suntan lotion on my back. Everyone's up and dressed for some fun on the beach. Sally cooked us up a great vegan pancakes for breakfast. Or some great vegan pancakes for breakfast. I have to admit, I'm looking forward to spending the day on the beach. Our first day here, we basically just went to the nearby town and picked up supplies. We found a nice little outlet mall. Sally and Dominic wanted to look through it a bit, so we ended up spending our day in town just enjoying the local flavor. Today is promising to be some fun on the beach. The sky is clear and water is warm. I can't wait! It is really beautiful out here. It makes the stress of the last quarter just melt away. We've got our own private beach, which means I don't feel nearly as self-conscious about walking around in my swimsuit. Everyone else is just as undressed as I am. Sometimes it still feels like I'm in some kind of model's dorm, but I don't feel as much like an outsider anymore. Oh my God. Rakesh, what are you doing? Rakesh and Sally are looking out over the water. Looks like they're thinking about going in first. No, Rakesh, you're not going to be able to snorkel in here. It's too shallow. I suppose looking at it, you might be right. Still, I would like to explore and see. Max and Dominic are setting up a net of some kind a little ways off. Meanwhile, I'm putting on some sunscreen under a nice beach umbrella Isabella had. I've got a few good books out here, and I'm looking forward to relaxing and reading for a while. No, it has to go on the third rung, you dumbass. Otherwise, it's going to be too low. It's a net, not a limbo stick. Shut up, jackass. You don't get it, or if you don't get it straight, we won't be doing anything with it. Ooh, Rakesh, shake that pretty ass, boy. Behave, Isabella. Come on, Rakesh, let's see how deep it gets out there. Oh, goodness. Watch out for the undertow, you two. It's nice to have the whole house out here, getting along and enjoying the beach. It almost feels like we've got our own little nice family. A few hours later, everyone's gathered around the deck table, with another great lunch properly finished off. Thanks for the meal, Rakesh. That was great. Yeah, man, good job. Though I'm eyeing that grill, I think we may have to fire that up tonight. We bought charcoal, right? Yeah, and some hamburger and veggie patties. Ooh, that sounds delicious too. I'm gonna end up stuffing myself silly this week. Well then, we're just gonna have to exercise that much harder. True. We should go do something now. Hey, let's put the volleyball net to good use. What do you folks say? I'm game. Let's do it. I'll lead one team. Don't you get enough trying to herd cats being our RA? Oof, I'm not going to stop until they whip you into shape. The rest of us decide it's not worth it to argue with him and let him lead one of the teams. Sally volunteers to lead the other. The two confer for a few moments before turning to us with their team selections. Okay, we discussed what seemed fair, and for the teams it's me, Rakesh, and Anne, for Team 1. For Team 2, it's Sally, Isabella, and any stray hobos they can pick up. Sally elbows Dominic in the ribs. Come on, Max, Isabella, let's clobber these suckers. I laugh as Isabella and Max make their way to Sally. Meanwhile, Dominic calls Rakesh and I over to our side of the net for a strategy meeting. Okay, Anne, you're going to be our trap card. They're going to think you're our weakest link. Sorry, I'm not really very physical. I hope I'll do okay. No, that's good. Look like you don't think you can handle it. That way, they'll keep the ball coming at you. Meanwhile, Rakesh and I will know exactly where the ball is going. And we can compensate. Brilliant, General. When the ball does come to you, try to set it. That way we can complete for points. If you think you've got a shot, though, take it. I've got confidence in you. Dominic looks pleased with himself as Rakesh and he clasp hands. Victory is already smoldering in their eyes, while I can only chuckle and hope I don't drag them down too much. You chumps ready for the fire? Don't get too cocky, Missy. We've got brawn and brains to spare. You mean you've gone spare? We have spare tires in our brains. But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, by subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!